One of Israel's two commercial television networks is facing a deadline that could rewrite its history. As CCTV's Roee Ruttenberg reports, it has 6 months to pay its debts and come up with a plan for the future.
The journalists working in Channel 10's newsroom were supposed to be out of a job today. Their network owes nearly $10 million to Israel's broadcast regulator and faced cancellation at midnight on New Year's when its franchise certificate was due to expire. Though on the air for more than a decade, Channel 10 has been unable to secure a long-term license, thanks in part to its debts. Chief international correspondent Nadav Eyal blames the country's broadcast structure and the government.
They are in our portfolios. This is not a free market. We are obligated by law to take hundreds of millions of shekels, way over $100 million a year, way over, and focus them in different fields which were decided by the government.
The channel launched a public campaign targeting the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. In recent months, the Israeli leader fired a number of ministers in order to move forward national elections, and in doing so took control of the communications portfolio. Channel 10 is no friend of Netanyahu's, and many Israelis suspected his public silence on the issue was an election tactic. Professor Jérôme Bourdon says such scenarios are not unique to Israel.
The history of commercial TV is a history of instability, of interferences, of politicians trying to control or to influence, of businessmen, which is strange, business people investing huge amounts of money in a business which loses a huge amount of money and keeping on investing because they're fascinated by the idea of owning a channel.
Channel 10 says it has now come up with the money to cover what it owes.
The Israeli regulator says the channel is mismanaged and that its ability to pay off existing debt doesn't justify the issuance of a license. The channel, it says, must demonstrate a solid plan for moving forward, one that's sustainable and profitable.
A catch-22, says the channel, as doing so is impossible without a license.
Every investor said, you're going to make money on a license, and I want in. I just want to make sure that you're going to get one.
Thanks to a last-minute intervention by the Attorney General, the regulator has issued a 6-month extension, which means come June, this real-life, off-air drama will be rebroadcast or cancelled for good. Roee Ruttenberg, CCTV, Tel Aviv.